Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I'm here with today's segment for the June Just 15 Junk Journal Challenge. Today I'm going to show you how I am printing the digital kit that I've chosen on other papers to get those other variety of papers into my journal. Okay, so your digital kit counts as one printed. You can print it on whatever you want. Okay, so I'm going to show you some examples, and I'm sure you can just take it and fly with it. I just actually did things that I thought I would use in the journal that I'm making. You're going to get to see a look at the new garden veggies and fruit digital kit that will be available very soon in the Dear Julie Etsy shop, and it is the digital that those that finish their April journal are going to be receiving as their gift in the VIP, the virtual internet party. I do have it almost set up and ready for invitations, so if you finished your April journal, watch for that. And speaking of that, if you are thinking about joining the June challenge, the details videos in the description box down below. And what we do is everyone that finishes their journal and shares it correctly in all of the places, they receive the invitation to the VIP, and the VIP in the group, that's where you pick up your digital, and then there's a 2-hour virtual party that we have playing with it and visiting, and it's a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get right into this. So this is, thinking a little outside the box, and instead of just printing your digitals on white paper or your coffee dyed paper, you can print on other things. So some of the things that I like to print on is ledger paper. And I do have a ledger paper that is landscape, but I was trying to play with it, and it was the last one I was doing, and my printer's sitting out there with the paper chewed up in it. So yeah, so you can you just however your printer likes its paper to be presented to it, make sure you do that. Okay, so ledger paper is a great paper. I even used some cardstock that had print on one side and was blank on the other, and you can even print right over like a light cardstock or something that has like a register print or something on that. That would be really cool. And yes, I printed on my graph paper. So instead of counting my graph paper, I'm counting my digital. So all of my graph paper is going to be printed on. Oops. Okay, so this is a sneak peek at Ladies in Hats. That's the next digital that is coming. Sorry about that. So sneak peek. Okay, so I did, as I told you, that some of the items that were in the free digital that's available in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. It's the digital that I gave for everyone that wants to do the Beginner's Junk Journal series, and we did a whole journal using those digitals, but they're still there. And so I took the Garden Girl page and I put it in this kit because it just seemed perfect that she would be there. So this is just printing on regular paper. Okay, so for this challenge, yes, your digital can get printed on regular paper. This is the postcard image, one of the postcard images, and you'll see I use that in another way in just a moment, but you can see the lines here just barely, but it's a postcard image, and it's got the cucumbers and the pear with the grapes and these berries or cherries and the strawberries. Okay, so I also did add this to this kit. It was extra. At the very end, after I had done all the things, I was like, oh, I have that in that free kit. I'll put that in here. So it's in the garden kit. And the same with the little garden girl. So I just added those after I had put the kit together. I was like, oh, I'll put those in there. So then I took that image and I printed it at 5x7. So that was printed at full size, and this is printed at 5x7. So I get the images a little bit smaller. So that's another way that you can use your digital kit. So here's one of the side-by-side pages. And again, I've printed this just on regular white paper, and it's ready to be a page. Okay, now you can see that this one has a little bit of color, and this one doesn't. I just want you to know that all of these images, they are full, they have white backgrounds, but because it's white, it's not showing up in the printing, which is really cool. So it'll take up whatever you put it on. So here's that image. Here it is on my graph paper and ready to go into the journal that I'm making. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about that. I can still write if I wanted to. It's lightly over it, and I think that that's really cool. So this is a side-by-side page. So here is another one of the images from the digital, and I've printed it on this paper that I have. So that will be in the journal, giving me a different little something. I liked it because it had the forks and spoons. So, and that'll become a side-by-side page in the journal. So that with that, you want to make sure that you know what orientation, how your printer prints, so that when it comes through, that now this one doesn't matter which way is up, because you could have that either way. But you do want to pay attention to that when you're printing on something that it does have an up and a down. So I'm calling these that just have the images that show up in the corners tattoo. Okay, so this is a tattoo print. So it prints over, and they're just a single or like 2 images, sometimes 3 images on a page. So, oh, I guess I really like the strawberries, can you tell? So these are ready for my journal, and I can put them in this I can fold them this way so that they end up in the front of the journal, and I can fold them this way so that they'll end up towards the back of that, or of that signature. Okay, so there's the cucumbers. Again, this is one of the tattoo pages. So it's only, you got your whole page, but it's only going to print just on that edge. And then this one has the grapes and the strawberry. Okay, and here I've used a different type of graph paper. This was the first one that I did, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So there you go. Plus, this will take way less ink. You're not printing the graph paper. The graph paper is already there. So this way you'll be able to use a variety of your papers. Okay, I was having trouble with the printer all morning. It wasn't being recognized by the Wi-Fi, all kinds of things. So I will probably just cut that off, but I can use those grapes. And if you're doing a wine something, that would be cool. So this is the border page that I made. I love this. It's upside down. Okay, so there. And this is a smaller page, so these apples are actually tall, higher up on the page. You can see how much got cut off for it to run on my little the graph pages, remember, that I already cut out in the other video. Okay, so another thing you can do is the ephemera. You can go ahead and run it off, and look how cool that looks. These are lightweight, they're going to look really nice, and they have a place to write on the back. Okay, so that's one of the card pages. there's 42 files in this kit. So this time I printed the tags, one of the pages of tags, and you'll see I did it upside down, but it's going to be okay. So again, you'll be able to write on that. This also could be folded up and could be put in your journal, which is probably what I'm going to do, is fold these up and make them a page in the journal. But they could also be little tags. So I might do another one of those. Okay, so this is cardstock. And I have this cardstock and I printed the tags. So this is the tags. And we can go ahead and cut those. And this, we can decorate this side, and this can be the side where you write. You might write about tomatoes and potatoes and strawberries. Or no, tomatoes. Those are apples. Apples and potatoes and strawberries. Okay. And you can do the same with your postcards. Okay, so these are, I printed the postcards on that. And maybe you have one of these where they're already ready to be postcards. If you've bought a regular kit, you might have one of these in it. Okay, so this is one of the postcard kits printed on this paper that already has the outline of the party outline. Okay, so just another way to print, using up things that you have in your stash, but also getting that variety of papers that we all like in our journals. So another way to do that is to use a digital kit. So if you finished your April A to Z Junk Journal Challenge, you are going to be invited to that party, and your digital kit is already in the party waiting for you. That will be this garden, veggies, and fruit. And if you didn't finish but you want it, it will be available in the Etsy shop for 50% off, because all the digitals in the Dear Julie Etsy shop are 50% off while we are home. So I hope that helps. I gave a hint that we would be doing something like this. I'm giving hints in the videos. If you watch the whole video, you might get a hint about the challenges and the mini challenges. Yesterday's video actually has hints about the upcoming mini challenges in the challenge. Mini challenge in the challenge. Because we are going to be using some things so that to help you free up part of your 15 possibly. So if you have any questions and you're here in the premiere, please make sure you're asking them while I'm there and can answer in the chat. And if you are here in the premiere, hello, I'm waving. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much for participating and making this such a fun event. If you're brand new to my channel or just to this premiere, welcome, and do stop by and say hi in the chat, and so that we can welcome you. Again, the June Just 15 Junk Journal Challenge details videos in the description box down below. And we'd love to have you join us. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to know when a new video is coming. And don't forget that we have a schedule. So we're here every day at 10:30 with the paper crafting, sometimes a shopping haul, but usually it has to do with the challenge. And right now, while we're home, safe at home, at 4 o'clock on weekdays, we have the Beginner's Junk Journal Challenge. We're working in that Reader's Digest, getting ready to start our golden book, and we'd love to have you join us there too. Find something to celebrate every day. Oh yeah, don't forget to go watch one of these videos or another one after this, because YouTube really likes that, and it really helps my channel. Bye. Bye-bye.